Hello, welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Ellen. Let's start seated today. So please grab any props that you like using. My go-to prop is a block, so I'm going to grab a block. Sometimes my go-to is also a couple of yoga blankets folded, and typically I use those to sit on as well. But anything at all that you know works well to make postures a little more comfortable or accessible. And we'll just start in any comfortable seat. So bringing your focus to the present moment. Perhaps closing eyes. You can certainly leave your eyes open and pick a low focal point to gaze. Begin to lengthen and deepen the breath. Our yoga breath is breathing long, deep breaths. In and out through the nose. Beginning to feel the sensations that we notice within the body. Maybe we notice the feel of the earth on our skin or the air on the skin. We might notice the feel of the breath as we lengthen and deepen, a little vibration of breath, sound of breath. Notice as we breathe long, deep breaths, our body grows a little longer, a little taller. So we can use the inhalation to lengthen. And as we exhale, you can hold the length. Maybe we engage the postural muscles a bit to keep the body tall, but relax shoulders, face. Breathing. Notice the rhythm, the pace of your breath. As you inhale, notice a count. How many counts, how many numbers to inhale fully. Little pause, and as you exhale, same count. So the exhalations every bit as long and deep as the inhales. Steady, fluid breath with ease. And we'll continue to center and ground. Keep your focus internal, whether you have eyes open or closed, and you can change it up throughout practice. But keep the focus internal. Center and ground more, but as we bring movement in, inhaling, lifting chin, lifting heart, lifting gaze. Feel the stretch, the front of the neck, the chest is open. Feel the throat open. Inhale as we come tall. Feel the length again. And exhale, tucking chin. Feel the stretch on the back of the neck. You can use the postures to keep mind engaged as well. Inhaling as we lift so mind can notice the sensations we create. Exhale as we tuck and round. You could begin to move a little bigger, a little larger movements here, forward and down. Inhaling, realigning, so mind engaged, mind's eye follows. Where you feel the stretch, how the stretch feels, if you want a little more, if you want to back out. 2 more breaths, whatever pace works with the breath. This is called vinyasa, when we move the body with the breath. Beautiful. Last breath, inhaling. We'll lengthen, come tall. On the exhale, let's do a few shoulder rolls here. Shoulders up, back, and down. Do you notice the sensations as you roll the shoulders, where are your shoulder blades? So always notice that they're rolling down the rib cage on the back body. So let the shoulder blades stay down and back, but lift the left arm. We'll lean to the right. Lateral stretch. Deep stretch for side body. You can turn your neck to gaze down, forward, or up. Inhale, tall. Right arm reaches. Shoulder drops, leaning left. Long lateral stretch, right side body. Releases. Inhale, tall, left arm reaches. Exhale, leaning right. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, leaning left. Take a little pause. Find a little ease in those poses. 2 more breaths. So you can be going at your own pace here. Last breath. We'll come back to center. Right ear to right shoulder. Feel that left side stretch. And then as we tuck our chin to collarbone on the right, follow the stretch with your mind's eye. Your interoception, notice as you roll the head, a little quarter circle, very slowly forward and down. Inhale as you come tall again. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. We'll tuck chin to collarbone on left. Half circle, roll the head forward and down. Right ear to right shoulder. Are you ready for full circles? Breathing, so half or full circles. Clockwise, counterclockwise, both ways. Breathing. Let's take a couple breaths, movement with breath. Maybe the inhale lasts for a full revolution. And exhale, another revolution. Beautiful. Last few breaths here, all the way around. So I'll call that circular breath. Imagining the breath moving in a circle. Kind of fun to do when you're doing circular things with your body as well. Long, steady, fluid breath. Moving shoulders side to side, so feel your spine lengthen. I like to imagine that I'm creating a little more space between the bones of the spine, the vertebra, in the vertebrae. Beautiful. Left arm reaches. We'll bend left elbow. So fingertips to the shoulder blade. Right arm can come up and over. A nice tricep stretch. Underside of the left upper arm. Breathing. Beautiful. And then we'll switch arms. Right elbow. Right fingers to the shoulder blades. Left fingers can hold that right elbow. Just help support. Beautiful. Open arms out. Release arms and interlock fingers behind the back. Now maybe it feels better to hold wrists. You could hold forearms or elbows or interlock fingers. And if you have the room in your chest and your shoulders to extend the arms, that might feel good as well. Breathing. I like to add little shoulder shrugs, get a little more sensation in my chest here. But I have very open shoulders, so whatever works in your body. Beautiful. Arms open out and up. Palms together overhead. Inhale. Exhale to heart. Beautiful. Inhale. Arms reach up and out. Straight out to the sides. Beautiful. Elbows bend. Fingers to the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Open out. Inhale. Fingers to heart. Exhale. Release. 2 more. Inhale. Palms together overhead. Exhale to heart. You could even tuck chin. Inhale, reach and gaze to sky. Exhale, arms open straight out, shoulders down. Inhale, fingers to the shoulders, elbows bend. Exhale, open out. Inhale, fingers to heart. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale to sky. Exhale to heart. Inhale, reach and gaze to sky. Exhale, arms open out, shoulders down, elbows bend. Inhale, fingers to shoulders. Exhale, open out. Inhale, fingers to heart. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Let's plant our hands off to the left and we'll come onto our hands and our knees. Tabletop position. So fingers are wide, starfish fingers, nice wide fingers. Wrists aligned right beneath shoulders, knees right beneath hips. Dropping belly, arching back, hips and gaze high. Inhale, so we tighten up the back body and relax the front body, stretch the front. On the exhale, tuck and round, opposite stretch. Front body tucks, back body releases and stretches. Inhale for cow, belly drops, hips and gaze high. Exhale for cat, tuck and round. Beautiful, 2 more. Inhaling the cow, belly drops. Exhaling for cat, tuck and round. Last one, inhaling, belly drops. Exhale, tuck and round. Beautiful, back to neutral. Right back at center. Head is in line with the rest of the spine. The neck is in line. Wrists beneath shoulders. Push the earth away with your hands energetically. Shoulders are dropping away from ears. Draw the belly in. And then lift. Keep your body where it is, but lift your chin, lift your heart. Try not to round the body. Exhale as we let the head fall forward. Body stays nice and centered, right at neutral. One more time, inhaling as you lift. Now this is a back bend in the neck. Exhale as you release and tuck. Now that's flexion in the neck. Let's come right back to center, right back to neutral. Line that head up with the rest of our spine. This is the posture for the spine, the position for the spine as we move into our downward facing dog. So hands push into earth, knees hover. Push the earth away as you lift your seat high. Breathing. Let's leave a bend in our knees. Don't worry about the legs yet. Strong arms. Push earth away. Do you feel the sensation that your shoulder blades are actually sliding down the rib cage again? Spine is nice and long. Neck is in line with spine. Then you can gradually begin to extend one leg at a time, pedaling downward facing dog. You might feel a little more sensation in one foot, one shin, one hamstring, so gradually increasing. Figure out what feels good in your body. Try to hold that nice long spine. One more breath here, downward facing dog. Lots of work on the arms, the shoulders. Important to do that work. Important to use the arm strength. Beautiful, bending knees. Press hands into earth one at a time. Walk the hands back toward the feet. Ragdoll forward fold. Let the neck release, relax. Let the body sway. Breathing. Take a few big breaths here. And decide if you'd like to have your body closer to your legs, or if you'd like to come up a little taller, but keep the tail tucked. So we're not tall, we're just up off of the thighs a little bit. Either way, where does it feel like? You get a great stretch on the back body. One more breath here, ragdoll. Beautiful. Lengthen your legs little by little as you come tall. Reach and gaze to sky, palms together overhead. Hands to heart. Beautiful. Tadasana mountain. Feet parallel, hips width apart, rooting into earth, growing tall. Inhale, reach and gaze to sky. Front body stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Little tuck to the chin. Hands slide down legs. Half lift. Hands to knees or shins. Inhale, length at half lift. Long spine. Same as that tabletop or that down dog. Shoulders away from ears. Extending from seat to crown. Forward fold, exhale, release, relax. Now you can add bend to the knees if you like. All the way up to sky, reach and gaze. Inhale. Exhale, heart. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Front body stretch. Adding on goalpost arms with that front body stretch. Chest stretch. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Swan dive, forward fold, big arm circle. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, energize. Draw the belly in. Forward fold, exhale, release, relax. Inhale to sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, heart. Beautiful. A little different now. Inhale to sky. Gazing forward, shoulders drop down, leaning right, lateral stretch. Right arm might release. You could keep palms together too. Both are fine. Inhale, sky. Beautiful. Exhale to the left. Breathing. Inhale, sky. Exhale, goalpost arms, chest stretch. Inhale, sky. Reach and gaze. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale the sky. Beautiful. Hand start. Release. Tadasana. Let's step wide on our mat. So feet are wide. Comfortable stance. Turn your left toes toward the left. Turn your right heel toward the right. Beautiful. And then we'll swivel our hips counterclockwise so our body is facing left leg. Does this feel stable? You might step your left foot out. One more little step. You can adjust your stance, but hips are swiveling. Body faces left. Inhale, arms reach up. Shoulders drop down. Let's bend that left knee. Warrior one. So right heel angles back. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. So you should feel lots of sensation in the shin, in the calf, probably in this right hip as well. Long back leg. We're rooting into that back foot. Breathing. Beautiful. Left leg long. Arms release. Inhale. Grow that body tall. Create space between all the bones in the spine and hold that length as we fold that left hip crease toward the left thigh. Pause where you feel resistance. I like a block for these warrior poses. So you could have a block under the hand. Breathing. One more breath here. Think about swiveling hips. Tiny little adjustment. Right hip forward, left hip back. Long spine. Beautiful. Left knee bends, and we'll come back to that warrior one. Left knee right over heel, shoulders down. Beautiful. Rotate body toward the right, arms parallel to the earth. Shoulders are vertically aligned right above the hips. Neck turns to gaze toward the left. Arms are over legs, left knee's over heel. Breathing. You should feel a little tug on that right hip and the left. The left hip is pulling open, that knee over heel. Beautiful. Peaceful warrior. Right arm back. Left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Beautiful. Let's extend left leg long. Root into earth. Grow that body tall. Notice the body's facing the length of your mat. We'll keep the body facing that direction, but reach out into the left arm. Till you feel a tug, your body doesn't really go any further. Pause the body at that point. Tick-tock the arms. Reaching up, reaching down, gazing up, breathing. So neck can rotate. You could gaze down, forward, or up by rotating neck, but neck stays in line with spine. Have control of that neck. Beautiful. Inhale, tall. Reverse. Right arm drops back. Left arm lifts. Inhale. Beautiful. Body tall. All right, let's bend that left knee again. Warrior two. So left knee over heel. Body facing open. And we'll add some movement, a little more movement. So take your palms facing out, pointers and thumbs touch. See that diamond shape? To the shoulder, the right shoulder. Inhale here. This is our warrior two. Exhale. Rotate body toward the front leg like warrior one, but press forward and reach. Exhale. Inhale, rainbow back to that warrior two. Diamond to the right shoulder. Exhale, pressing forward. Inhale, back to that. Diamond to the shoulder. One more of those. Exhale as we reach forward. Inhale, rainbow back. Beautiful. Back to warrior two. And we'll extend left leg long. Beautiful. Both feet parallel to each other now. Does it feel like your stance got a little wide? Mine did. So I stepped in just a bit. Make sure this feels comfortable. You can stand tall. Try to root evenly into both feet. We'll rotate toes toward the right, toes toward the right, left heel toward the left. So left hip closed, right hip open, arms parallel to earth, body tall. Beautiful. Swivel those hips toward the right. So we're facing right leg. You might feel like stepping right foot out a little, just another step back. So body faces right, we feel stable, arms reach high, shoulders drop, right knee bends, right knee over heel. As you do that, remember we're swiveling those hips, so you can adjust. Left heel's the furthest thing back on your mat. Breathing, right knee right above heel. Right leg long, releasing arms, exhale. Inhale, lengthen spine, zip that body up nice and tall. And on the exhale, body folds toward the right leg. Think folding at hip crease. Maybe reaching for a block if you like. You can come in narrower as well too. Breathing. So the intention here is to have a long spine and a good stretch on the back of that right leg. One more breath. Right hip back, left hip forward. Tiny little adjustment. Little fine tune. Right knee bends, body tall. Back to warrior one. Beautiful. Rotating body toward the left. Arms parallel to earth. Notice the legs stayed right where they were. Shoulders over hips. Beautiful. Warrior two. Neck turns to gaze toward the right. We'll extend right leg long. Root into earth. Grow tall. Think lengthen the spine as you reach out into the right arm. Keep reaching arm over leg till it doesn't go further. Tick-tock the arms, reaching up, reaching down. Neck in line with spine. Utthita Trikonasana. Neck turns to gaze up. Inhale, tall, reverse. Left arm back, right arm lift. Beautiful. Back to warrior two. Right knee bends, body tall. Let's make that diamond shape with our hands to the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, body rotates like we're moving into warrior one, and then press forward, exhale. Rainbow left hand back. Two more, exhale, pressing forward, reaching forward. Inhale, rainbow back. Last one, exhale, pressing forward. Inhale, rainbow back. Beautiful, back to warrior two. And we'll extend right leg long. Feet parallel, wide stance. Now I like block right at center for this one. If you have a block, you might move it there. But we're still in a wide stance. Feet are parallel. Zip that body up tall. Inhale. Exhale, long spine, half lift, seat back, body forward. Inhale at half lift, lengthen spine. On the exhale, easing forward, maybe a little further forward and down. Hands can slide down legs. Hands could come to earth. Hands could come to block. Breathing. Now feel for the sensation that your body weight is centered over the front of your ankles. Breathing. So you might move the seat, kind of the body front to back a little, and see where that feels like you're aligned. Balancing that weight. Tiny little bend in the knees. Does that help you ease forward a little more? Beautiful. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Left hand at center. Maybe it's on a block. Maybe it's on the earth. Right arm reaches to sky. Pushing into earth, reaching up to sky. We're extending from heel to seat, from seat to crown, fingertip to fingertip. Beautiful. Exhale back to half lift. Right hand plants at center. Inhale, left arm reaches up to sky, revolve triangle. All that opposing energy, the long spine. One more breath, rooting and growing. Beautiful. Back to half lift. Knees bend, body tall, reach and gaze to sky. Exhale, heart. Beautiful. Let's turn our heels in now and our toes out. So we've gone from neutral hip to open hip, hips opened. Does this feel stable though? Bend your knees a little bit, make sure that feels stable so you can adjust the angle of your feet. All right, so we're moving into some knee bending. postures here. So as you very slowly begin to bend your knees, keep the body tall, the seat tucked, the ribs tucked, breathing. So if you're starting to round the body, come back up, tuck it in, actively opening the hips so the knees are over the heels. You're pulling with those muscles to stay aligned. One more breath. Beautiful. Legs long, arms reach up and out. Star pose, shoulders drop down. Goal post arms. Keep that body tall and tucked as we bend our knees again. Beautiful. Inhale, star. One more time. Hands to heart, back into the knees. Inhale, legs long, arms reach up and out. Goal post arms. Beautiful. And release. We'll step back to center. You could toe heel, you could hop, you could walk. Back to center, however you like to get there. 2 feet down. Root into your feet. Find your focus here. Lock your gaze off in the distance. Pick something that's not going to move around on you. I wouldn't recommend trying to focus on the cat or the dog unless they're sleeping. Beautiful. And transfer the weight into the left foot as you take weight out of the right. Breathing. So feel yourself root into earth and grow tall. Lift that right knee. Open the right hip. So right hip opens, right knee out to right. Toe can stay down. You could lift foot to the calf. You could lift foot above knee. Breathing. So interesting thing happens if you do put your foot above the knee is that it pushes a little bit out on the femur. You get a little different sensation in the pelvis. One more breath. It's just something to notice. Nothing to worry about if your foot is not up there. Beautiful. One more breath here. So actively opening right hip, same as that warrior two. Beautiful. Back to mountain. Tadasana. Hold your focus. Just transfer the weight on over to that right foot. Make a beautiful root into earth. Maybe a picture roots holding you firm. Set your focus. Lock your gaze. Body grows tall over right. Left knee lifts, left hip opens, so everything stays tucked in and zipped up. You're rooting, you're growing. Beautiful. Lots of arm options in tree pose, Vrksasana. 2 more breaths here. See if you can really try to open hip. Back to mountain, Tadasana. 2 feet down. Inhale, reach and gaze to sky. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. A couple breaths in your forward fold. Could be ragdoll. Finding ease. Surrendering. One more breath here. And then we'll come on down to our seat. I like bending knees straight ahead, neutral hips, a lot of flexion in the knees, all the way down to the seat, but any way you like to come down. And we'll move into some seated postures today. So let's extend our right leg out and bend the left knee. And just kind of bring that left foot into the upper right thigh, however that feels comfortable for you. Right hand on the right leg. Now, if you have a really tight hamstring as well, you might have a little bend in your knee. That's a better place to be if it feels really tight so that you can sit up tall. So just keep a flex in that foot either way. Right hand to the right leg. Left arm opens out to the left. Lengthening the spine. Inhale. On the exhale, side stretch. Left arm reaches up. Right arm reaches toward the right foot. Right elbow bends, palm up. Breathing. Left hand might reach high, it might sway. A few more breaths here. This is called twisting pose. One more breath. It's a side stretch. Wonderful side stretch. Beautiful. Body comes tall. So now we'll bend our right knee as well. So both feet are off to the right. Sitting bones are down. Does that feel comfortable in your hips? You could sit up a little higher too. Maybe you have a block or a blanket. If that feels a little bit rigorous on the hips, it would help to raise the seat a little. This will give you a little more room in the pelvis. So hip, block or a blanket for that. Or you could extend right leg out if you don't. But situate so that this feels comfortable and you can sit tall. And then we'll begin to rotate toward the left. So you could start by rotating the body to face left leg. Breathing, lengthening spine. Are you starting to feel a little more stretch in that right hip? Neck turns to gaze over left shoulder. You might even leverage if this is comfortable in your body. Right hand could come to that left leg. But rather than muscling into things, try to ease into things with leverage. There's a difference. When we push and pull without finding ease in the process is where we hurt ourselves. When we muscle into things, we tend to pull things that way. Breathing or overdo it. Edge of the comfort zone. One more breath here. Certainly searching for stretch. Beautiful. So this mermaid, this twisting mermaid, is very close to stag pose. If your fingertips can touch, beautiful. You're in stag. So you could be tall in mermaid, or you could come to the fingertips or the palms. We start to get a little bit more length. Even though we're kind of folding out, you might come to the elbows even, and you'll feel a little more lift, I should say, in the kind of the side body, the front body. Might feel better to be tall, might actually feel better to be low. One more breath here, stag pose. Beautiful, and we'll come tall again. Nice, back to center. And we'll bring the bottoms of both feet together for butterfly. So center your feet at the center line. Feet could be further away or closer up. Inhale, body tall. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then we'll move into our other side. Left leg extends out. Right knee bends, right foot to the upper left thigh, sitting bones down, body tall. Again, if that hamstring's really tight on left leg, there might be a little bend in the knee. Left hand on the left leg, right arm opens out. Long spine is rotating toward the right. That's where the twist happens in the twisting pose. Right arm reaches up as left side body folds toward left leg. Left palm is up as left elbow bends. Breathing. Maybe right arm reaches, maybe it sways. One more breath here in twisting pose. And on the inhale, body tall. Beautiful. And we'll come to our mermaid now. So adjust your stagger. Both knees bend, both feet off to the left. Sitting bones down. So left hip is closed, right hip is open. There's a lot of flexion in the hips here. So you might have a block. You might sit up on that block. Just kind of tuck it under the sitting bones. That would definitely give you a little more room in the pelvis. So that might feel good in the body. Perhaps rotating toward the right. So anywhere in the range here, wherever body tall feels most comfortable is a good place to start. Revolving toward the right, kind of facing right leg. Inhale, the length, the long spine. You could turn neck to gaze over right shoulder. Beautiful. Now, if you're up on a block, your body might actually lean if you bring your fingertips down, which is okay. Long spine. Fingertips or palms off to the right is an option. Perhaps down to the elbows as well. Works just fine to be on a block in this one. Stag pose, one more breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, tall. So mermaid or stag. Oh, good. Beautiful. And let's come back to our butterfly. Bottoms of feet together. This time a little bigger distance between your sitting bones and your feet. A little longer diamond shape to the legs. Interlocking fingers, opening elbows out. Drop your shoulders down. Feel for the sensation that those shoulder blades have slid down the back ribs. Long spine leans forward. So elbows might rest on the knees. Is that comfortable? You can certainly come taller. Elbows might rest. You could let body weight settle in here. Beautiful. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe elbows slide down the legs. You could let your neck release, relax. Hands might wrap around the feet. If you had that block and you wanted a little bit more of a rest, you could put the block on the feet. Let the head rest on the block. Love this one. This is a great flexion with open hips. One more breath. Inhale, tall. Beautiful. Let's extend our legs out. Both legs out. A little bit wider. Sitting bones down. So start with a bend in your knees, the center of the heel down, the feet flexed. Feel for the sensation that you're sitting toward the front edge of the sitting bones. The spine is growing tall. Gradually add length to the legs if that works, but pause wherever you feel that good resistance in your hamstrings and just enjoy that stretch there, wherever it is. Long spine begins to fold forward. Breathing. Notice the sensations you create as you change the pose from tall to forward. Anywhere in between. You don't have to go too far to feel this. Just figure out where it feels like a nice stretch. Find a little ease in that position. One more breath. There's really no destination in yoga. It's all the journey. I know we say that a lot, but having this idea in our mind that we're supposed to have our hands reaching to our feet or our head down all the way down to the earth, that doesn't really help us feel the sensations that we're intending to feel. So it's all a journey. Everyone's body's a little different. Everyone's bodies are a lot different. Beautiful. Point and flex the ankles. Nice. Let's bring our legs together. We'll roll onto our backs. So bending knees, planting feet. Find your center on your back. Pick up your head, tuck your chin a little, lengthen your neck. As you set the head down with the long neck, arms can open out to the sides. Let's extend our left leg away from the body to the earth and bring the right thigh in. Left hand can hold that right knee. We'll drop the right knee over to the left. Left hip tucks under as right hip lifts. Notice the spine is twisting. Neck turns to gaze toward the right. Another twisting pose. This one's just called spinal twist rather than twisting pose. If you have a block, you could rest your right shin on the block. Breathing. Maybe you don't feel like you need a block, but it's interesting to try it if you have it. Sometimes trying things like that, giving our bodies a little more support in these postures feels wonderful. Oftentimes I'll try something new and I'll be like, wow, why in the world didn't I try that 10 years ago? You might be missing out. Beautiful. So I encourage us to have curiosity about these things. Sometimes we find judgment about things rather than just being open and curious. Let's come on back to center. Neck can come out of the twist first. Bring the body back to center. Bending knees, planting feet. Do find center. Find that symmetry. Lengthen again. We'll extend right leg long away from the body. Left knee comes in. Right hand holds left knee. Left knee drops right. Right hip tucks under. You could untuck right shoulder a little so both shoulder blades get to be on the earth. Breathing. Any amount of bend in either knee, finding ease. One more breath here. We'll bring our gaze back up towards sky, so neck to center, rest of the spine back to center, to neutral. Bending knees, planting feet a little wider, knees together. Arms can come down closer to the sides. And we'll just begin to drop the knees from side to side. Windshield wiper. I think of this as mermaid, but on our backs. One hip open, one hip closed. Stay within the range that feels good for the pelvis. breathing, finding ease in the body. Notice where else you feel sensations. A nice stretch in the mid-body. One more breath here. We'll come back to center. Finding symmetry, finding center. You could allow your knees to drop together. Notice if that feels lovely. If it feels lovely, I highly recommend trying that for a final resting pose. If you'd like something even more easeful with maybe a little more, it's maybe just as easeful, but maybe a little more open, you could extend your legs. Shavasana, definitely more classical. So heels find the outer corners of the mat, heels in, toes out. In your mind's eye, picture the body, feel the body, scan the body, find center, find symmetry. If it doesn't feel quite centered, adjust, fine tune. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax with the breath. Just smile. Offer everything into the rising, the falling flow of the breath. Just be in the moment as the moment is, moment after moment. If the mind begins to wander, maybe the mind makes lists, maybe the mind likes to regret or be excited about things. Well, that's all good, but for now, let's just let the mind be focused on the breath, in the present, in the moment. Please feel free to remain in your final relaxation for as long as you like, for as long as you have. Can you give yourself the gift of 5 more minutes? Just be in the moment, moment after moment. Mind's eye focused on the heart, anahata. Inhale, imagine you're breathing right through the heart. Draw that breath up through heart. Breathing out, exhaling peace. Inhaling love. Exhaling peace. Breathing. Closing that positive feedback loop on love, on peace. Till we meet again, may we be gracious. May we be grateful. May we be generous in love. Namaste. Thank you for practice today, my friends. I hope you're still in your final relaxation and you're just listening with your ears and your heart. If you're joining on Facebook today, please feel free to check out our website, ymcanorth.org. Click on Virtual Studio. We have a membership just for you, just for virtual. Lots of lovely classes every day. Till next time.